just a couple of spots. I want to actually pull up my map. A couple of spots I got marked for us to check out before we get too deep. And we've got a spot picked from yesterday that we're going back into. I didn't say this is Sunday evening, October the 5th. But that being said, I'm going to end the video. Going to pull up my map. We're going to head to our spot, but we're going to kind of look at a couple of places on the way in. There is one spot that I want to highlight. As we've said, FFTO is all about faith. And I put my faith in God coming this far from home with my 2 kids. Not a lot of money. Nothing but a little bit of time. And a lot of hope and a lot of faith. We may come home empty-handed with full hearts and full memory bank. But I put my faith in God that if this is what I need to be doing, this, you know, He would handle it. Oddly enough, I asked God yesterday for a sign that I was in the right place. And I'm going to show y'all in a bit just what sign the good Lord gave me yesterday. I love it when He communicates as clearly as He has to for this poor old boy to understand it. I'm not a good Christian. I'm not the worst Christian, I hope. And as I've said before, I don't act like a Christian a lot of times. And I will have to answer for that. And I am trying to do better. But I can say without any ounce of doubt or wiggle room, and my kids will agree, they worry about me sometimes. I put 110% faith in God that everything will work out the way He wants it to. Even if I don't understand or the kids get upset about how it went, the wife and I don't always see eye to eye because, you know, bills due, this due, that's got to be taken care of. This has got to be handled. And, you know, I don't get upset. I don't stress. I don't worry about it. I see that. That's a hog crossing. Because the good Lord will take care of me. And I put my faith in Him 100%. That might be a yoke, actually. But it looks like a hog. Or a black cat. I'm not sure. It's kind of wild looking. We'll look at the footage later, see if we can pull it up. Definitely something crossed. But anyway, it's just one of those things, man. I mean, I put my faith in God that He'll handle it. And I asked for help yesterday, a sign, and the good Lord answered and gave me a sign. So I will share that with y'all in a little bit. And late yesterday evening, we hadn't seen any deer. We hadn't really found any sign. And all of a sudden, I started finding sign, and I asked God again. I said, God, did I go off the path You had set for me? Did I get too far? You know, we dead ended at the bay. You know, did I go too far? Tell me I'm in the right place, Lord. Show me another sign. And obviously I'm a little bit slow here, so, you know, maybe give me something a little clearer. Within 5 minutes, we see a doe come out, looks like she's lost, keeps looking at us, and almost like a hey guys, follow me situation. And we go kind of trying to see if we could close the deal, spot and stalk deal on her, and we get in some cover. And Michael sees, he's out where he can see and I can't, and he sees 2 bucks come out chasing this doe. They are rutting here. Craziest thing I've ever seen. They've got a long early starting, late ending, spread out rut that makes no sense, but hey, it is what it is. It's got the deer moving. And that being said, they're moving. God showed me sign. As soon as I asked, man, I'm in the right spot now. We found some wore out trails. That's where we're headed back to, but we are going to check a few places. I told y'all I looked for, or asked God for an answer, a sign. And as we're cruising this way, this is what we see. Go ahead and ease up past it just a little. Watch to your right. Go ahead. Pull in like I did yesterday, Dan. We see a cross. And the kids is like, oh, is that a cross? Well, as we get to it, we realize it's literally a sign. All the arrows is pointing back the way we came. Pull in over there. Except one. And what's it say? The cross of it says Point Pasture Road. You can back out. Now, the significance of that is I had asked the little guy up at the check-in station earlier yesterday evening, or yesterday at dinner, I guess. I asked him, and he'd been seeing deer any one place over another. He proceeds to tell me, and this is Point Pasture Road that we're headed down. And there's like the actual road sign. So, you know, it's crazy that cross would be there, and that the arm of the cross, what we can see coming to it after asking for a sign, just so happens to be pointing down Point Pasture Road, and you have to get on the back side of it like we did and inspect the cross to actually see that the only arrow not pointing back toward the exit is pointing down Point Pasture Road. So I said, okay, God, you want me to go down Point Pasture Road? I understand. I'm headed that way. Well, as I said, Point Pasture Road, the guy up front tells me yesterday that they had been back here bush hogging. So I'm thinking, oh boy, it's going to be clear, it's going to be open, it's going to be easier to hunt. Hopefully nobody's went that far, because it's almost at the bay. Like, we dead-ended yesterday at the bay. And I'm thinking, oh man, hopefully nobody's back there. So anyhow, we get back there, and there's nothing bush hogged except, as you see, the sides of the road, so you can have a pull off that's not in that. So getting back there, realizing that, hey, you know, maybe I'm stupid. Maybe that wasn't a sign of where I needed to hunt. Maybe it's just a sign. I asked God, did I go too far? Did I misinterpret that? Help me out here, Lord, because this one was getting very impatient. Being used to hunting in South Central Kentucky all of his life, his thing is, and most of you Kentucky boys might agree, Dad, there's no deer here. How do you know, son? We couldn't see them. Because there's no trees. Well, some of you Midwest guys would laugh at that, because y'all are used to hunting open cropland with little draws and ditches with tree cover. But this young man says there's no deer here because there's no trees. So he was chomping at the bit wanting to leave, and I was struggling with feeling like this is where God wants me to be. This is what everything looks like. How's one place supposed to be any more distinguished than another at being viable for deer? Understanding that he's frustrated. It was hot. He's wanting to go somewhere else, and really, there's 36,000 acres here. It all looks similar. Where are we supposed to go? So I just asked God again. God, help me out here. Give me a little clearer sign that I'm in the right place, because I need it. And as I said earlier, and I've got it on the video from yesterday as to where we were sitting. I did not get the deer on there, and I apologize for that. I'm going to do better. But hunting and being successful will always trump the video. The footage is a bonus. The hunt and being successful is why we're here. That being said, yeah, that's where we were at yesterday with it. Was, oh man, you know, there's deer. God showed us that we were in the right place. But I thought y'all might enjoy seeing the cross as a clear as day answer. Show me a sign, and we get a cross that gets my attention, and a sign pointing, hey, Point Pasture Road is where you need to be. So Point Pasture Road goes down this way and turns, and the little leg of Point Pasture, this is actually Point Pasture and South Point Pasture, and Point Pasture veers off down here, and becomes almost undrivable for a van or a car. And as I said, dead ends at the bay. But the wind's in our favor down here. If we drive to the end of the bay or drive to the end at the bay, park and backtrack, we have the wind to our face. In the evening, we have the sun to our back. And from my experience, wind to your face and sun to your back doesn't get a whole lot better. But bear with us. We're almost down here to that spot and gonna go get out, get set, do a little filming as we're hunting today, and hopefully we'll have some luck. If not, we'll be prepared for again tomorrow. Y'all stay tuned. We're out. Okay, so this is Point Pasture Road, and this is the better part of it. I've done went through the rough stuff. We've swapped places to drive because Mr. Cheesy ain't as good at the off-road navigating as I am, and plus the wife's already going to kill me when she watches these videos and sees what we have driven her van through. And mom and dad sees it and they're going to be like, yep, he's dead, and don't blame her. But yeah, probably going to be that opinion from a lot of you. But like, Point Pasture Road is literally an old pasture road that goes back here to the point. Yeah, not many people would venture back through here in a van or a car, and the ones that do have got to be like me and not exactly all right in the head. I mean, you can see we having to straddle four-wheel drive ruts and hope for the best. We may or may not have rubbed the little under shield thing off yesterday. We'll talk about that at a later time, because like I said, the wife's going to kill me. But yeah, it's all good. We've not done any major damage. I'm sure we've put some extra wire on the suspension.
Might have to replace shocks.
This little path right here, little open area, is exactly where we seen the deer come out and move yesterday. And I did just bottom out because I forgot we got to get over here and drive, and I was busy talking. So yeah, not really all that great on suspension. But we just seen a big buck, for those of y'all who follow. And he's not back here, but he came from back here. There's another hunter setting up in the road up there. I feel like might have bumped him out. So we're still going to go on into where we were planning to hunt today and hope for the best. As long as there's nobody else setting back through here, and so far we don't see anybody, we're going to get to our spot back here, get turned around, come back up, park, and get into position. But yeah, this is Point Pasture Road. This is where we feel God gave me a sign to be. Literally a sign. And looking at it on the map, I'm not going to show it today, but I may show it in the video, a little Onyx overhead map. The trails are so prominent here that you can see them on Google Earth. You can see them on Onyx maps. Like, when you get a trail through that, if he wants to show it, so prominent that you can see it from above, you know it's a good one. But y'all bear with us. We out. Hey y'all, never mind the dried out, wind blown beard look. A little bit dry down here in Texas. When in Texas, we decide to try food that we don't normally eat. So, Whataburger it is, complete with our collector's cups for souvenirs. Y'all say hi.
We're going to.
I guess you don't have to.
Hi.
All right, we out, y'all.